Yeah, I mean the hilux is so iconic.
Every year, just before reopening, the Grampian Transport Museum in Alford opens its doors for a preview evening. It's a chance to let its supporters have a sneak peek of the new displays and to also iron out any last-minute issues. With excitement building about some of the former Top Gear cars going on display, this year the invite was extended to members of the public and their four-legged friends. It's also a chance for museum management, the day-to-day staff and the trustees to gain feedback which helps shape the museum's future. Anyway, enough about all that, it's time to go and have a wee nosy around and see what's new. It's the preview evening at the Grampian Transport Museum in Alford. They've got the "and" on that bombshell display, but it's incredible to think how much has changed over the winter. It's always about a third of the exhibitions that change. Billy Connolly's trike, it's still here. The Guy Martin stuff, including his old Saab, that's still here. I mean, that's been here for years now.
I still get all goosebumps. It's mega.
But yet Guy himself hasn't been. Sort it out, man. You know, in fairness, I'm pretty sure he'd love to visit Alford if he could take himself away from tinkering with old cars and old bikes for more than 10 seconds. It really is hard to imagine just how much work goes on behind the scenes. Every close season, the museum changes about a third of its displays, like I said before. You know, this year's third. It's incredible. Take it from me as someone who used to work here, the rush during the close season in the winter is something else. You know, we used to hang our hat on the fact a third of the exhibition changed every season. It must be more than that this year. That being said, the other important thing is you don't want it to all be completely brand new. Some of the stuff you'll recognise. Some of the stuff's been here before, gone away, gone back to its owners and then come back again. Part of the Royal Mail display is this Ford EcoStar. It's based on the old Ford Escort van. Just over 100 of these experimental vans were ever produced, between about 1992 and 1996, with about 1 million miles clocked up on all the prototypes. Another popular exhibit which remains is Eddie Irvine's Formula One car. You know, I'm fairly sure if you were at How Many Left last year, you might remember this one.
Oh dear, you see, you should have stopped at your mirrors.
Lovely jubbly.
I'm afraid that's 100 points. Now, can you go past the bike without knocking him off, please? 1.5 metres from the bike. Stop. This looks good. Oh no, he's a foot short.
Among the climb board exhibits, the Mack snowplow still sits proud in the museum just before the new arrivals begin to emerge. Now, as you might expect, this next bit of the building was quite busy.
TGV12 is up and running. Let me talk you through my passengers. The man on the left, he's just a man, but the man on the right, that is the editor of Rail Express magazine, and I need to impress him. He's going to be reviewing this experience.
Quite a few of the amphibious challenge vehicles made the long journey north to Alford, including Captain Slow's Triumph Herald. With its mast, you can pretty much see this from any part of the building. Nissan and Campervan 2 have also been saved for future visitors to enjoy.
As you can see this morning, the sea is a mill pond. We're hoping to capitalise on that, make good progress before the waves build up, which they inevitably will.
This is the third time I've been in this ruddy sea.
Yeah, technically it wasn't my fault. I'm disappointed. I thought we were going to make it.
Oh, sorry, mate, the cap sank.
With typical good grace, Jeremy came back to pick us up and then announced we'd have to go back to Dover.
Now, if you've only ever seen an episode or two of Top Gear, chances are you will recognise the indestructible Toyota Hilux.
He's gone, and he's gone badly wrong. Hammond has stuffed it. We're getting near the hospital now. Stay with me, stay with me.
This Porsche ambulance, known as Rambulance, sits on display next to some of the items from Jeremy's mood board. Including a picture of actor Peter Bowles.
Keen to get cracking, we went to the Top Gear Technology Centre and set to work. Like all great car designers, I'd created a mood room, hung with images from which I could draw inspiration. Big cats, jet fighters, the actor Peter Bowles.
Why is it the moustache reminds me of the Pringles character?
And after some more styling tweaks, Jeff was ready for the road.
I feel like the Pope with his head in a box. I tell you what though, it works.
It does
I
work.
mean, it's going along. We're in an electric car.
Which we made.
Fantastic. Pop quiz, hotshot.
Now, the chassis on Jeff was borrowed from a TVR, but do you know what the headlights were removed from? If you said Fiat Panda and didn't Google your answer, well done, give yourself a gold star. Now, up in the mezzanine, there are another couple of Top Gear vehicles. They sit next to the revamped bike display. Ah, the hobby horse. This brings back memories. I had to ride this through the middle of town once. True story. With a few of the trustees, including the museum's chairman, there for support, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to get their thoughts on the season ahead.
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. There's so much buzz and excitement about the exhibits. They've just worked really hard to get it all together. But to see these vehicles that were once on television and to see them here in Alford is just phenomenal. In the early days, I was just thinking, this is too good to be true, or it's just gonna cost us so much money. But actually, everything just worked out so perfectly. I just couldn't have wished for better.
And I guess lastly and most importantly,
oh yeah, I mean the Hilux is so iconic. It's just amazing. But I do like the XJS train. You know, that's so very nice.
you know, there are so many to choose from. And there are some other vehicles on display either outside or tucked away in storage for the time being. So keep an eye out for those. The likes of Mr. Nippy, Tractor and the Austin Allegro. You might just clock when you come into the museum. Speaking of which, if you're coming up to Alford for the very first time, or maybe it's been a while, make sure you try and time it with one of the popular outdoor events. Particular highlights for me being things like How Many Left, which is on in early May, and Alford in mid-August. I'm entered, and genuinely on the form for the transit I've put colour TBC. You'll find details on all the museum's events below and on their website as well. I find yet more rust on the transit. Shock horror. we tackle it and get a little bit more of the build done.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for watching. And, well, goodbye.
Goodbye.